This is a tutorial of all the different types of data we're monitoring for Hurricane Sandy via the Hampton Roads test viewer. The first thing you'll notice is the NEXRAD Doppler radar that displays the winter storm colliding with the tropical storm. Next, we'll look at the hurricane tracking cone from the National Weather Service. Click the weather drop-down and select hurricane tracking. I'll close out the NEXRAD widget so you get a closer look at the hurricane. As we zoom in, you can view the current projected path of the hurricane. While in the hurricane tracker, you can also view projected wind speeds. Other weather service data includes wind speeds. Once selected, you can zoom into a particular area and click on an area. As you can see here, the wind speed is 35 miles per hour with a gust of 56 miles per hour near the Virginia Beach area. Near Norfolk, it's 37 miles per hour with a wind gust of 54. Buoy data also provides significant information about wind speeds and wave height. As we click here, we see that the air temperature is 52 degrees Fahrenheit. As we scroll down, we can see that the wind speed is 33 knots, gusting to 45 knots. As we click here, we can see that the wave height is 11.5 feet, with a dominant wave period being 15 seconds. Water temperature at 63.7. Another data element that we could bring into this map here is stream gauges. Stream gauges tell you if there are no flooding, near flood stage, minor flooding, moderate flooding, or major flooding. Next, we could look at the National Weather Service watches and warnings. As you see on the map, there are several different colors with different watches and warnings for the Chesapeake, Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, the Hampton Roads area of Virginia. If we click on the purple area here, you'll see that there's a storm warning. As we click farther inland, there's a flood warning. If we go farther south, there's a tropical storm warning. So these are all the different National Weather Service alerts and warnings for the area. Of course, power outages are also very indicative of areas that were hit bad. As we zoom into the Hampton Roads region and the entire state of Virginia, we can see several power outages on this map. The different colors and the size of the dots represent different levels of outages. So the bigger the dot, the more outages. On this orange dot in this area of Hampton, Virginia, there are 2,174 individuals without power. On this yellow dot, there are 360. It's also very important to know road conditions. So we could go ahead and look at VDOT road conditions. As they pop up on the map, you can zoom into a particular area. So let's zoom into Norfolk. And here we have an advisory on I-264 East at mile marker 8.2, the city of Norfolk. Motorists can expect potential delays. So that's one example of road condition. Users can also select VDOT incidents and cameras. So let's look at cameras. We have several cameras in this region. As we zoom in here, we could select a camera, pull up a feed, and get a real-time visual of folks traveling on the road. Next, let's take a look at the slosh model. This model gives you a good understanding of what category level of hurricane will impact a particular area. As we zoom out, we could see the different shades of yellow and pink. To figure out what those areas mean, we could select the Identify tool, drop a point in this area, and we see that this is a Category 3 area. So if it's Category 1 or 2 hurricane, you're going to be safe in this area. So let's select a different area. This particular area is a Category 4 zone. Next, we could look at hurricane evacuation routes. As you can see, the evacuation routes are highlighted with green. And it may also be very important to know where your shelters are. This feed is from the National Shelter System, but there's also other ways to add locations of new shelters using the Edit tool. Right now the tool is set up to add property damage, road obstructions, light pole damage, county evac status. You could also add shelter to there. For now, let's look at the National Shelter Service feed. If we click on that again, you can see different shelters open in this area. Click on it. Looks like this one is at Warwick High School. This viewer has also brought in GIS services from various different localities from across the Hampton Roads region and the state, along with Dominion Power and other partners. The city of Chesapeake, for example, has their fire departments located on the map, so you can pull that information here. We can also go back to another locality, let's say Virginia Beach, and see what GIS services they have to offer. You have emergency preparedness, capital improvement program, infrastructure, and several other feeds that they share and layers. We've also pulled voice communications to this viewer to include weather service updates through a NOAA radio.
At 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time,
here's an example.
2100 UTC, the center of post-tropical cyclone Rafael was the weather synopsis. Tropical cyclone Sandy will locate off the mid-Atlantic.
You can also access the Orion interoperability channel from this viewer. Not much going on right now. State Police Division 5 is also available here. Doesn't sound like anything's going on either. But other news stations and other things can be added to this list. Other communications resources include radio caches. Identify their locations. Here's one in Norfolk, actually Chesapeake. As additional data and information needs are presented, we can add more data and information to the map. That can give you more real-time awareness of the situation. There are several tools you can use, such as a Twitter search tool, and that can search whoever's talking about Hurricane Sandy in your locality, and I'll show you an example of that. First, select the pointer. Type in a keyword, Sandy. You can see various lists of people talking about the hurricane. Another tool is Street View. So if you get a damage assessment report from a particular area and you want just a understanding of that location, you can drop your guy on the map here. And I picked a bad example, but here you are on Tidewater Drive, just getting a better look of the static pictures of this area. Another tool is the ability to draw on the map and measure. And there are various different functions here, but just to show an example, here's a polygon we could draw on here. You can type text on there and various other things. So you've seen various types of weather, traffic, shelter, communications data. You've seen GIS services from various localities of Virginia, and all of this information can meet your emergency operational needs. Examples include your surge model, your probability of the storm winds reaching over any given number of miles per hour, precipitation forecasts, wind speeds, wave heights, Dominion power outage statuses, and much more.